What determines how we experience life? Why do some people remain optimistic despite hardships while others feel overwhelmed by the same challenges? The answer lies in perspective, the way we interpret and respond to the world around us. Our perspective shapes our reality, influences our decisions, and determines our happiness. Perspective is a lens through which we view everything. It allows two people to experience the same event in completely different ways. The question is, how can we shape our perspective to create a more fulfilling and meaningful life? The science behind perspective: our brains interpret the world in ways that align with our beliefs and experiences. This is known as confirmation bias, where we seek information that supports our viewpoint while ignoring contradictory evidence. A shift in perspective can be powerful. It helps us break free from limiting beliefs and see new possibilities. Studies show that when we actively choose to view situations positively, our brains release dopamine and serotonin, enhancing our mood and motivation. Perspective is not just about mindset, it has a direct impact on well-being and success. Overcoming negative perspectives: many people view life through a negative lens, seeing obstacles instead of opportunities. They say, "Life is unfair," or "I'll never succeed." These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, trapping them in a cycle of negativity. But here's the truth: perspective is a choice. The same event can be seen as a failure or a learning experience. If you struggle with negative thinking, reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is a chance for me to grow." Over time, this shift can transform your life. The power of gratitude: a simple way to shift perspective is through gratitude. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our entire outlook changes. Studies show that practicing gratitude regularly leads to greater happiness and stronger relationships. Try this: every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Even small things, a kind word, a beautiful sunset, can shift your perspective and improve your well-being. Perspective and resilience. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is deeply connected to perspective. People who see difficulties as temporary recover faster. Consider Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison but never lost hope. He viewed his imprisonment as preparation for his future role in transforming South Africa. His ability to reframe suffering allowed him to endure and ultimately change history. Changing your perspective on failure: failure is inevitable, but how we interpret it makes all the difference. Some people see failure as proof of inadequacy, while others see it as a stepping stone to success. Thomas Edison, after thousands of unsuccessful attempts to create the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as part of the learning process. Every setback brings you closer to success if you choose to see it that way. Surrounding yourself with the right influences, your environment and the people around you shape your perspective. If you surround yourself with negativity, it will cloud your outlook. But if you seek out positive influences, mentors, uplifting books, inspiring conversations, you can transform how you see the world. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who inspire you and challenge you. The role of mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present, can help shift our perspective from worry and regret to appreciation and awareness. When we are mindful, we see things as they are, without the distortions of fear or bias. Next time you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath and observe the situation objectively. Ask yourself, is this really as bad as I think it is? Often, Our worries are exaggerated, and a different perspective brings clarity and peace. Sharing a positive perspective, once you have cultivated an empowering perspective, share it with others. Encourage those around you to see possibilities instead of limitations. A single uplifting word or a new way of looking at a problem can change someone's life. When you help others shift their perspective, you reinforce your own growth. Positivity is contagious, spread it generously. Conclusion: perspective is one of the most powerful forces in life. It determines how we interpret experiences, respond to challenges, and ultimately, how happy and successful we become. The good news is that perspective is a choice. You can choose to see opportunities instead of obstacles, lessons instead of failures, and hope instead of despair. You have the power to shape your reality. Train your mind to see the good, to find the lessons, and to embrace the journey. The world is not as it is as you see it. Your life is waiting. Choose a perspective that empowers you, and go make it extraordinary.